All right, this is based on a real trade that I took yesterday, and this is a strategy that I use. It's not my particular strategy. I learned it from someone, which is what's his name? Sai Trade by Sai. Yeah, if you search him on YouTube, you can watch it. But yeah, all right. So this is what I look for. All right, price make an indication around Asia session and London session. Then it corrected around at the closing of London session towards the beginning of New York opening, right? So most people are like looking at this, they're like, oh shit, price is becoming bullish. No, but me, I already have it in my head. What I'm looking for is that as soon as price get under this level, we're looking to sell. And overall, as you can see that we've been selling. We literally been selling. We've been selling for a minute. So that's what I was waiting for. So you scale down to the 15 minute. Not gonna lie, I did take this trade on the 5 minute because the 5 minute allowed me to take a closer entry because I could see what I'm looking for quicker, which is obvious. It's the 5 minute, you know. So I scroll down to the 5 minute, and what I was looking at, I was like, oh shoot, all right, lower low, boom boom. I was like, oh shoot, okay, we broke under this. I'm like, all right, we're looking like we don't want to break above this level, and this is when the trade would most likely be invalid. If we break above this level, I wouldn't be looking to take a trade no more. So I see lower lows, like the price is still dropping. It's consolidating a little bit within this area, but we're still getting some candle volume. You know, we're not chilling in this area for too long, right? So I was like, all right, boom. Since we had this candle, which I promise you, this is not the smartest entry. I could have waited. I could have actually waited for at least a 15 minute, right? I could have waited for the 15 minute for this candle, right? But I was like, you know what? I'm alright. I'm risking this, and this is what I'm looking to make. I'll be alright with it. Fine. So I took it because as soon as it come under this level, that's what I'm looking for to sell. Boom, place it and waited for the continuation, and boom, we got the continuation all the way down here. But I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even close over here because this is what I was looking for. This is what I was really looking for, right? This is what I was really looking for. So I bad habits, but I closed like around over here, you know. But I did set it up like that. That's crazy though, how it literally just bounced off like this. Yeah. So yeah, and to show you the same thing happened today again. Same thing happened like this. That's why this strategy is so simple. It's so simple. The same thing happened. And let's check it out. So what did price do? All right, and I'm gonna tell you my thought process. I didn't take any trade today. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't take any trade today. But I'm gonna show you my thought process around around when everything was happening. That's my thought process. I'm looking over. I'm like, all right, price is selling, so we're definitely looking for price to sell. But I'm looking at this. I'm like, once we made this move over here, I'm like, I didn't change my bias, but I was also like, we can't keep thinking sell. Meanwhile, we really literally just bought like, oh my god, outrageous. Then I was like, you know what? Since I was so focused on sales, like in my head, I'm so focused on sales. I didn't want to change my bias because I was so focused on sales, which is terrible too. Because as a trader, your bias is supposed to change based on the market, you know, not based on like, oh, that's my bias and point blank, period. That's it. Nah, your bias changed based on the market, not based on what you think the market is gonna do. Because you're not predicting the market. You're reacting to what the market is doing because that's the key point. You're reacting to what the market is doing, not predicting. Because I was in the mental of predict, so I was like, you know what? Since my mind is not so right too, so let me step out. Let me like not trade. And definitely, and it was the best decision because if I would have took a trade today, it would have been a losing trade. But then again, I didn't see any reason to take a trade because when I scaled down to this, like I wasn't gonna take a sell over here because I know that was a correction. I was like, I'm not taking. Nah, I didn't. Not that I thought it was a correction yet, but I wasn't gonna take a sell over here. I already know it. So I had step out like right after it hit over here. I was like, you know what? Let me go chill. It's already like 11. Let me go relax. Let's go do something else. So yeah, but to go back to the real strategy, what's happening? We had an indication happening right there. We had an indication happening and the correction coming back down, you know? So all right, we're in this zone, this zone right here. You don't know who's in control. You don't know who's in control with. That's why I draw this box. This box should be like I'll just put consolidation, which is not really. I mean, kind of, but not really. But yeah, this zone you don't know who's in control, so you wouldn't be taking a trade within this zone, right? Because you don't know who's in control, buyers or sellers. Anyone could be in control, and obviously you can see what's happening within this zone. Choppy price action. We sell off. We get over here. Like we don't know who's in control. Above here, we know buyers are in control because we previously had an indication, then a correction. So we know above here, buyers are in control. And we know under here, sellers are in control because we also had an indication on it. Right? So to look at this example, indication, correction, and as soon as we get above here, we know buyers are taking control. So we're gonna look at this on the 5 minute actually. Boom, 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 boom. Up. You could draw the line. You're like, oh, supported. Let's see if we could. Let's see if we can respect this area. If we can respect this area of support. You feel me? Because we had a break of structure right here. And we know above here, what are we doing? We're buying. Simple. Alright, we're having. So let's say, like, I'm looking at this at real time. I'm like, okay, okay. Let's see what we're really doing. Because we look like we. Buyers don't want to push above this. Like, I'm talking about real time. Alright, we're having a little resistance over here. Boom, break above. And that's it for me. That's it. That's it. That's it. You get that? That's it. Like it's the simple stuff, bro. It's the simple stuff. And you know what's crazy? You're not gonna get it as that simple. That next candle could have literally been the real move, the 5 minute. Could have been news. It could have been. It could have been anything, literally. And that next thing just pumped. You feel me? But yeah, and that's what you'll be looking for. Like what I say. You see, even though I did, but look, the next. You see how much volume the next candle, the candle that really push above had. Literally, hella volume, pump, freaking beautiful, bro. I love it. I love it. And this just makes trading so simple. I've been trading for over like 3 to 4 years now, and honestly, I used to be the guy that just looked for the quote unquote hard stuff. I'm like, bro, like I've tried a lot of strategy. Like I flipped through strategy, strategy, strategy. That's not the thing. You like I'm not saying this is the best strategy, but like one advice I would give to any new trader is that pick a strategy and stick with it. You feel me? Stick with the strategy. Don't bounce around from a strategy to from a strategy to another, from one to another, and one to another. Pick one and stick with it, man. And try to see it within the market. Like that's what you're looking for. Like just focus. You're like, oh shoot, I'm coming here. This is what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And honestly, that's what it is. And honestly, journal. You want to journal. And this is my 2026 journal. So which means that trades that I've taken or potential trade that I've seen. So I just journal all of them. And I'll show you like a couple of it's basically the same setup. Education, correction, continuation, pretty much the same thing. Trades that I've taken, it's literally the same thing. I wake up and do the same thing every day. Same thing. Nothing different. Trust me. Nothing different. Nothing changed. We literally wake up and do the same thing every day until this shit becomes super, super, super boring. I want this shit to be boring. Like I'm still in the process of like I know what I'm doing, like I'm showing up, da da da. But like I want to get to the point like where this shit is like really boring. To like I wake up, I don't even have to draw the line no more. Cause that's the goal. I don't have to draw the line. I just do it, and you know, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's what it's about, bro. It's literally like keeping this thing simple and waking up, showing up, and do what you gotta do. That's it. You feel me?